Blast's worst matchup. No, even he admits it. Like, it was as bad as like 30%. Like, he makes it to Masters all the time. He beats GM players, but when it's ZVT, he just can't really grasp it. Begbie, I would say he doesn't like it, but it is one of his strong suits. It's a lot more comfortable, so I'd have to give a hand to Begbie when it comes to winning this match.
Alright, well let's go ahead with the player introductions over here in the 7 o'clock position on Galactic Process. It is going to be from University of Florida, Begbie. And don't let the X fool you, he's dumb like that.
Like the
Over here is going to be his opponent, the Zerg player, 1 o'clock position, Blast.
I was wondering if that was 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock. Thanks for taking that one. Whoa, and he's going for an early pool.
What is this? What is this?
So, I don't know how often they get to practice together, but I think Begbie has a very standard build when it comes to this. I think he is very like Hellion Banshee style. Maybe Liberator style, and I think Muhammad kind of knows this. So you can see Begbie definitely going for a more typical build with a early Reaper.
I'm just gonna check on Oz, make sure everything's okay. Yeah, Mike is here. We're on the game. Okay, we're good. All right, cool. All right. Well, I mean, look at this early drone scout. I mean, he is just. What is he gonna? Is he gonna take the gas? Is that what he's gonna do? Force the Terran player to play on 1 gas?
I mean, I think a lot of what Blast is afraid of is that cheesy 3 Reaper build, and right now he just wants to see what's he doing, and then if he can, he's gonna take that gas, just so he can prevent any like early Banshee harass, but maybe not. Just wanting to see if he's doing any 3 Reaper shenanigans.
Yeah.
He's gonna wait for that build.
I will say this though, taking a gas, it would hurt the Terran player because it would prevent him from being able to do any sort of tank, medevac, timing, even Banshee would be very, it's terrible on 1 gas.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's not gonna take it. He's not gonna take it. He's just gonna expand, lose the drone. But he's getting speed.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Blast has some peace of mind now that he's just doing a very regular Reaper opening with fast expand.
Interestingly enough, Begbie sent out an SCV to go scout and then decided to just bring it back. So
yeah, him being a little wary himself, probably noticed that pool was first, but with that expansion, shouldn't see anything too aggressive that soon. He is getting speed very fast, but let's see how many lings he'll commit to this.
yeah, he's gonna have to be careful because that's gonna be very fast speed, and it's gonna kill this Reaper before it even realizes what's going on.
Begbie going for the safer route and building his natural in his main base, so
it's very interesting. I rarely see Terran players do that nowadays. They always just build it outside their main base.
it is pretty rare. I would say on ladder, typically you're not gonna have a Zerg that goes for that faster pool to punish that low ground natural.
Oh, metabolic boost is like 3 seconds away, but looks like Begbie is going to back away.
Yeah, Begbie can read Zerg very well. But as soon as he leaves, see what we have coming.
Baneling Nest. Is this going to be a 2-base Bane bust?
Yeah, and he's not building any more drones, so 10 lings on the way.
Oh, this is definitely a Bane bust. Now the question is, how well can Begbie micro these Hellions? And you know, we don't. Blast could even come from this side. Oh, never mind. The rocks are there.
Yeah, there's rocks everywhere on this.
Oh, I'm so glad the rocks are there. You know, the rocks weren't there when I first played on this map. I was so frustrated. It was dumb.
Actually,
put the rocks there. Damn, seriously. All right, but now the lings are coming in, so yeah, it's a question of whether Begbie is going to scout this and react quick enough.
Yeah.
But
see what else he's building?
Begbie?
No, Blast.
Or Blast? Roach Warren?
Well now
yeah, so he's just there's no going back. He's just straight up gonna go for it. Oh, he's gonna kill the rocks and go in from the sides. And if Begbie isn't, yeah, he has no supply depot here. He doesn't know this is coming.
He does not see that coming at all.
He has no vision whatsoever. And Blast, like you said, you know, he's not really. Oh, he's kind of droning up now.
Building a safety spine just in case. Kind of very middle of the road build here, and he built 2 Roach Warrens.
I mean, is he fully committing to this attack? Because if he's droning up behind this, then that means all he's aiming for. Oh wait, Begbie might see it. Oh, he saw it. He sees it. He's bringing his Marines now, and the rocks aren't destroyed yet, so he's gonna have to pull the lings back.
And Blast is still continuing to build more lings. He has the Roach Warren now. I'm not sure if he's gonna use it.
I think he canceled that second one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the lings are in. The lings get in through the front. There was an opening here.
Where are those Hellions? Halfway
Oh
through the
my
map.
goodness! There's no Hellions to fight these Lings! And he's losing all his SCVs right now. Oh, this is terrible.
The
This
Hellions
is
are
terrible.
almost back, but look what they're being chased by.
Oh my goodness, the Hellion. Oh,
The Hellions get almost a surround.
He walled himself off.
This might be it.
Oh my goodness, he's down 30 supply. I think this is over. Yeah,
Yeah,
Begbie's just gonna call it GG, and Blast is gonna take a very easy victory here in game 1. I was expecting a long macro game just because this, like you said, this map is pretty much like Cloud Kingdom.
Yeah.
And we saw a lot of great macro maps, or macro games on Cloud Kingdom back in the Wings of Liberty Heart of the Swarm days.
Yeah.
Especially when it was CVZ.
That was just really good reading from Blast. Waiting until those Hellions were halfway across the map, sending in those Lings, and just coming in from different angles, while Begbie just going that straightforward Hellion into a medvac and kind of just caught with his pants down.
It was just really rotten luck for Begbie. He moved out his Hellions, and then the Lings got into the base, lost all his SCVs. He couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're going to go ahead and move on to game 2. It's going to be on King Sejong Station. How do you feel about those back rocks?
Honestly, I don't think it's. I like King Sejong being a Terran. For a Zerg, I know it's terrible. I honestly feel dirty every time I put tanks right there. But as a Zerg, you gotta know you gotta kill those rocks soon, because
yeah, you do.
When that timing hits, like, what are you gonna do? You can't spend your time sending those Lings around. So.
I was playing Spectrum, and when I moved out, those rocks were gone. He already had creep spread.
You want to kill those rocks as soon as possible.
Yeah, exactly. And Blast and Spectrum are on the same team, so if Blast knows what he's doing, you got to get rid of those rocks, spread the creep, make sure you don't get caught off guard.
Yep.
So we'll go ahead. Game 2 on KSS. Now, the beautiful thing about KSS is that you just never know what kind of game you're gonna get. Like.
Oh yeah, I've seen all of them.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go ahead and do some player introductions here. It is going to be down one game here in this best of 3 set. It is going to be Begbie. Can he bring it back and force a game 3? His opponent winning with a ridiculously lucky and amazingly well executed Ling aggression, killing those SCVs, just forcing a GG out of his opponent. It is going to be Blast.
Blast is gonna rain some hate on you for saying lucky.
Come at me, bro.
Other way. Shift one. There you go.
Alright, here we go. Blast versus Begbie. Now, do you think Begbie's going to do a different opening in this game?
Well, here's the thing about King Sejong. Every Terran likes to do the double medbed drop with Marines. And, but against Blast, I'm not so sure, because here we go again. Getting that faster pool and gas, and then delaying the hatch.
I was, casting with Spectrum and Blast earlier, and they both stated that because of the Queen range buff, it's so much easier to shut down the double medevac stim timing.
It definitely is.
It is, and they actually said it on stream. Terran players, if you're watching this, don't do this build anymore. It doesn't work anymore. And I think we got to listen to them.
No, it's true. I think just go for tanks and abuse those rocks. That's all you can really do on this map now. With that Queen range buff, I don't know.
It's so much easier to snipe down medevacs.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to snipe down liberators. I do like Blast being very safe, scouting all this like hidden areas where Begbie could be going for proxy racks.
Yeah, he knows his weaknesses, and he knows if he can manage to scout anything, any early shenanigans like that, he knows how to react. But it's just those things that he needs to watch out for. And Begbie.
The drone actually survives, and now Begbie has to make a choice. He either goes to scout or tries to kill this extractor. And now, obviously, the right thing to do is to just ignore it, because the drone can't really do much.
Yeah, and he has a Marine coming out right now, so it's gonna be able to save that SCV, and it's gonna be able to just finish that CC.
Now he's lifting his barracks over and putting down a reactor. Very standard opening from Begbie so far. It looks like he's going to go up towards the side. Blast, is he ready for it? Oh, Begbie could have actually kind of moved off to the side there, but he decides to back off instead.
Good defense by Blast, though. Begbie just going for that Going for that factory. Second refinery. Gonna build that starport, but he's building the factory away from the reactor. So he might be doing a 1-1-1 base build, maybe mines and marines.
It looks more like it, because you wouldn't build the factory so far away if you were going to add it on to the reactor. So that's probably going to be a tech... Oh no, it's going to be a widow mine.
Yep.
I was expecting siege tanks.
Yeah, so
we're going to see...
Marine widow mine drop, and Blast is going to react with the Baneling Nest, just like in the last game.
Oh wow. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Well, that's one thing. He actually didn't even really need the Baneling Nest. It's just he caught Begbie so off guard with half of his units on the other side of the map.
That's true. It was very interesting that he invested into a Baneling Nest that early on, but he didn't do anything with it, and yet he still somehow won the game.
Sometimes it's just the littlest of mistakes that can take a game away from you.
Absolutely. In fact, did Begbie see these Lings move out? I don't think he did, because he's not putting his Marines into his bunker. He's not lifting the supply. He has one widow mine, but Blast is on. Is he gonna? Yeah, he's gonna send only a small portion of his army.
And see Begbie reacting with an extra bunker right now.
But this is the right reaction, because he should be kind of aware of what's going on. I wonder if I'm not sure if the Reaper saw the Baneling Nest, because it looks like the Reaper died.
Well, definitely, Begbie's definitely preparing for this now, getting that third bunker actually,
and forcing
seeing
the,
them
here we go!
Now, focusing them down.
Oh, you know what, Blast? He may.
And he's getting into the bunker, and he's not gonna be able to.
Oh, but he doesn't lift the supply. He doesn't lift the supply. Lings get in the base.
Only a few Lings though. He just needs to rally units to those Lings, and that should be it.
No, that would have been a lot more troublesome if those Lings had gotten in. Had he not lifted the supply.
Though, definitely killing the.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. He's losing a lot of mining time here, but look at the supply difference: 37 to 53. And Begbie is in a wonderful position. He didn't lose that many SCVs. I mean, yes, he did lose mining times, but they're still there. And remember, Terran can fight back with mules. They can bring it back, and now he's going to comfortably go up to 3 bases. Yeah. And the Zerg still has no third base.
Getting his third, building his third while getting his workers back to mining. And now Blast, definitely, he's withholding the third base and going for a Roach Warren instead. So I'm not sure if he's going to go for another big attack off 2 base, but he's definitely going to work from behind now.
I think he's going to go for another 2 base all-in. I've seen Blast do this before. If a 2 base aggression doesn't work out, rather than try to transition and get into a late game scenario, he just decides to keep going for it. The Roach Warren is up, and still no third base from Blast, so he's just very behind. And if Begbie just plays this perfectly, there's just no way he's going to give up the advantage.
Yeah, he hasn't scouted that non-existent third yet, but he's going to do this drop now. He's going to probably aim for this third, see that it's not there, and he knows he's going to have to keep his third away and bunker up.
A sensor tower wouldn't be a bad idea either, just so he could cover all his areas.
Sensor tower is never a bad idea.
Never a bad idea, no. And actually, interestingly enough, we saw this earlier on from Exarch, but Baneling drops do wonders.
Yeah, I took the full brunt of that. It was delicious.
You did. You won the game on KSS, but you did take some damage.
I even should have expected it. He definitely loves those Baneling drops. I honestly more Zergs need to be using these Baneling drops.
You know, actually, I just remembered. He never did that on KSS. He did that on Frozen Temple.
He did do it on Frozen Temple.
He did it on Frozen Temple. He did it on Game 1, but we weren't able to cast that one. Wow, this third base coming up just now. It's 6:45 in the game. That is a very late third base.
Blast is definitely working from behind now, and he's not going to put on any real extra pressure now either. With Begbie finishing his third, he's going to be able to land it soon. 1-1's coming up, and these evil chambers are just now dropping.
Yeah, the way I see it, I think the Roach Warren was because he wanted to be able to defend any sort of tank pressure that came his way from Begbie. But it's just, he's very behind. He's very behind. The third base is up. It's already an orbital command. That means 3 orbital mules. And there's just nothing preventing from Begbie just teching up, grabbing a bunch of barracks, grabbing his upgrades, and moving out. He'll probably move out somewhere around the 11-minute mark.
Yeah, and Begbie's now seeing that third. How late it is. and he should be feeling comfortable. Seeing all those units back in the base too, like, he can move out, get in defensive position, and fully saturate that third.
Yeah, and the SimCity here is really great here for Begbie, but he should salvage these bunkers. They're of no use to him now.
Yeah, definitely at this moment. Needs to start on that armory soon too, if he wants to keep up with those upgrades.
He does. He needs to get +1 on his tanks and get +2/2 on his bio army. But it looks like Begbie is going to move out, and I think this is a good decision from him. He gives Blast a chance to get back into the game if he plays too passively.
Yes.
So he definitely needs to pressure, and right now Blast has no Ravagers, so he has nothing that can stop these Tankovacs from just flying around and killing everything.
Yeah. Now, he won't be able to abuse the natural because Blast was smart enough, definitely taking down those rocks, but he's going to aim for this third, and let's see how much damage he can actually do. Definitely a lot of roaches here.
Begbie should scan and try to get rid of this creep spread a little, but it looks like he's going to go for the third base instead. Blast is going to try to move in while the tanks are lifted up. Oh, he actually gets a really nice surround before the tanks can even drop and do damage. Oh, he's actually going to clean up this army beautifully and force Begbie to retreat. Oh, he's going to lose the reinforcements as well if he's not careful.
Yeah, Begbie needs to pick this up and leave.
He needs to just go back right now. In fact, Blast doing a great job of getting back into this game. He was very behind, but Begbie messing up that attack. He wasn't able to drop the tanks quick enough. They didn't get off any shots on the beautiful surround, forcing Begbie to retreat. And now the game is starting. Begbie still has the advantage, but it's starting to get back into an even game.
A little bit even. Begbie didn't lose too much, so right now it's just a catch-up game for Blast. And it's coming down to those upgrades, honestly. The +1 is just finishing. Is that his only upgrade too?
That may be his only Evo chamber, in which case he's going to be very behind in upgrades later on towards the mid-late game. I mean, we're already pretty much at the mid-game. But the late-game battles are going to be terrible here for Blast because he's just not going to have the upgrades to fight the Terran army. Begbie going for another drop, and at the same time he's going to move out with his main force here from the front. So he's going to try to force Blast to defend this drop, take away his attention from the front, and then he's just going to move in. And he gets a scan. He sees the fourth base, so he knows to go for that.
Very minimal distraction. And he knows Begbie, Blast is not going to have a lot of units ready for this. Was,
did he F2? Oh, well,
he stopped.
No, he didn't F2.
I'm not sure if he actually disables his F2, so I can't say too much about that. But doing this drop, gonna lose the queen. They're probably gonna lose this other queen. They're not focus firing this this medvac, and right now he's able to take that fourth out very easily.
I think Begbie wants Blast to focus on this drop while he repositions his tanks here.
Yeah, pushing
this is exactly what Begbie wanted, and Blast did exactly what Begbie wanted. Oh, but he's not dropping the tanks.
Yes, he needs to drop.
Oh, the Banelings are gonna get a really great surround here. Oh no, but he shoots down the Banelings. Blast will have enough to clean up the army, but the supply difference is huge.
Yeah, good focus fire from Begbie, sending those medvacs back. There's nothing really to stop these. It's just like a fleet of medvacs right now. But with this 2-2 coming, and now he's building Liberators, I'll be right back.
And more Banelings morphing in here, but it's just not going to be enough. Morphing right in front of the Terran army as the Terran just stims in and gets rid of all these Banelings. 96 supply to 173. Things are looking just terrible here for Blast. And it looks like we're going to have a game 3, because if Begbie, if he just doesn't mess up this final engagement here, if he doesn't clump up his army and let them die to Banelings, then he'll just take a very comfortable lead here and just take game 2 and force out a game 3. Blast falling to less than 100 supply. +2/2 has finished here for Begbie's bio. That means the Zerg is fighting with +1 upgrades versus 2/2, which is just not possible for the Zerg to win. And there you have it. GG, last of the army of Blast cleaned up. Begbie takes a game 2 victory, forces out a game 3 in this best of 3 series. The +2/2, just too much. You can't against a +1 army. 2/2 is just like,
no,
it's a Zerg's worst nightmare.
When you're stuck at Ling Roach Queen, there's not really much you can do.
Exactly.
You have huge bio army with a full upgrade advantage.
He had the minimal layer tech armies. He didn't even have Ravagers.
Yeah.
So it's just a shame that Blast wasn't able to do as much damage as he wanted to with that early game Baneling aggression.
Good decision making and kind of just focused, kind of like leaving that, but building units instead of going for that third. He felt very unsafe. He thought he was gonna get some pressure from Begbie, and that just wasn't the case. Begbie decided to take his third, build up on his upgrades, and just get further and further ahead as Blast just stayed in his base.
Exactly. Blast was definitely trying to make sure he didn't die to some sort of tank timing push after his Ling attack failed. But Begbie, he didn't fall for it.
Yeah.
He didn't fall for it. He decided to just, when you're ahead, get more ahead. Alright, here we go. Not even asking if the casters are ready, we're just gonna go right into it.
Oh yeah, I have no respect for the fashion.
Yeah, you did that too. In your games.
Just go. They'll catch up, I'm sure.
I remember like in my games, like I had to wait for Spectrum's okay before I could start the game. Alright, but let's go ahead and do player introductions here. It is going to be from University of Florida, grabbing Game 2 and forcing out this Game 3. It is going to be Begbie.
And representing the University of Central Florida, we have Blast.
Did they hear that?
I hope so. It was Blast.
I hope they heard that. It should be like Blast. Or something.
Bust any ears up in here. But
right.
different. Is he going for a hatch first now?
Oh no! He's going scout. You know, Blast really has some sort of trauma against 3-Rax Reaper.
No,
he just must.
It's. I would say it's traumatic. His reaction.
You know,
it can be extreme.
I don't blame him though. Frozen Temple is a beautiful map for 3-Rax Reaper.
This is actually the typical map. Where you get
It is the 3-Rax Reaper map. It is. I hate TVT on this map. It is the worst.
Yeah, I honestly, at least in the last season, I was vetoing it simply because Blink Stalker all-in was terrible.
Yes, that too. Oh, Begbie, is he going to take the gas? He is. He's going to take the gas. And this means Begbie cannot do some sort of gimmicky one-base pressure with like Cloak Banshee or anything like that.
Yeah. Knowing Begbie, I'm not sure if he was going for that, but now preventing his hatch from dropping though, that's actually
is he gonna drop
really
an evolution or engineering bay?
That'd be amazing.
Oh, that would be great. You see it all the time in TVP, but you rarely you rarely ever see it in TVZ.
Yeah, I definitely love it in TVP, but TVZ, if you can manage to get that, usually the hatch is down before that SCV even gets there, but when they go cool first, there's definitely a chance. And Begbie definitely going for that safe bet again, building his base in his base.
Now, I have seen Masa and several other Terran players, instead of doing the supply barracks supply wall, they put barracks down here, and then wall it off with 2 supplies.
Is he building a bunker?
You're right. That is a bunker.
I think Begbie is a little scared right now.
I think it's just because he's like, why isn't this expansion going up yet?
That's true,
so,
even though...
It was a rather late hatch. You gotta admit, that was a late hatch, so maybe he's expecting some sort of one-base aggression to come in.
Did Begbie SCV scout in the latter games? Because if this is his first time noticing... Because this is now, it's a normal opening for Blast. He's done this every time, but if Begbie hasn't noticed it before, he's definitely overreacting right now.
Yeah, no, definitely. But if the players are not used to playing against each other, in the case... Oh, no, there's a second bunker going down. He thinks this is a one-base all-in.
Yeah, this factory.
He thinks it's a one-base all-in. Oh, he sees the hatchery now. He should know. Well, the minute he doesn't see a baneling nest, he needs to cancel this bunker, salvage this bunker, and he needs to play a normal game.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. He knows. He knows. I think the taking of the gas and the late hatchery really threw him off.
It definitely did.
Yeah, Blast was definitely not going for any sort of one-base all-in here. He just had a late expansion.
And I wonder if Begbie was maybe planning something different because he didn't get a Reaper.
Yeah, you're right. He didn't get a Reaper. He may have been planning some sort of one-base pressure, but then getting that gas probably threw him off a little.
Getting that tech lab on the factory, so I'm not sure if he's going to go for Marine tank push or if he's going to get fast Banshee with the second gas. And we have Blast going for that Roach Warren again. Maybe just a defensive Roach Warren, still droning a lot.
Cloak Banshee here would be very interesting because Blast may be caught way off guard. He may just not be expecting at all. He's getting the Roach Warren, but unless he turns them into Ravagers, he won't really have much to be able to take down the Banshees.
He doesn't get too heavy on the Queen, so a Banshee would definitely work really well here. Getting the Spine Crawler, definitely kind of playing defensive as well, not going first. They're feeling unsafe maybe. I'm not sure if he's going to start building units now, but he's still definitely droning and getting a lair.
It's definitely... I can kind of tell that these players probably aren't used to playing against each other. They don't seem to really understand each other's style. And
Or maybe they know each other so
They know each other so
that
right.
they're metagaming each
It could
other.
be the opposite. They know each other so well that they're playing unorthodox to try to throw the other
Yes,
person. I
because
mean,
right now I'm confused.
yeah, I know. You see it in Pro League all the time. Like, all these players, they know each other's styles so well, they know they can't play like they usually do.
And when it comes to the Florida players, where we're facing each other every month or so, and we kind of have our own like iconic styles, and Blast and Begbie, definitely one of those characters. Let's see what's gonna happen. Blast is now building 8 roaches, getting roach speed, still has 2 bases, so he's probably gonna put on some pressure now.
Yeah, there's no third base here from Blast, which means he absolutely must do damage with these roaches. But I don't know if he can when Begbie has 2 tanks.
The 2 tanks. He's definitely gonna need some heavy Ravagers, some Overseers to be able to get that.
Why do you think he repositioned this tank here?
I don't know.
Is he afraid of Nidus?
No, I mean.
Actually, he could be afraid of Nidus.
I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't throw it past him. Blast. Yeah. He's a creative character.
You see, Begbie's building. He's trying to make sure he has vision of his entire base.
That supply depot's definitely.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think he's afraid of Nidus. And you know, when the third base is this late, that is a fine assumption to make.
Yeah, and I feel like Blast is just kind of going autopilot now, building a few units, getting that third. Yeah, no, just building a few units, getting that third now, but now he's just really cranking out the roaches.
Is there an opening here?
I feel like that is.
I think that is an opening, right? I feel like some links could run in there. I wonder.
Buildings shouldn't be able to stop any.
I wonder if Begbie realizes this. I wonder if he did this on purpose. I don't think he did it on purpose.
That Marine just walks.
Yeah, there's definitely an opening there. Alright, so the question here now is, what does Begbie do? Because we don't see a third CC from him. Which means he's staying on 2 base. Yeah, he's going up 2 more barracks. He may be just trying to end it right here and right now. He's got 20 SCVs saturated in this expansion, 4 more than you need. And we're going to see, this may be some sort of 2 base all-in timing that he tries to catch the Zerg off guard, but I mean, Blast has a lot right now.
Yeah, Blast definitely does have a lot. I'm not sure. Maybe Begbie's just kind of scared, but he's got the +1. No, this has to be a 2 base all in.
I definitely the stim's on the way, the +1's on the way, the tanks are being picked up by the Metavacs. I really think this is some sort of 2 base all in pressure right now.
I've never seen this. Does it work?
I don't know. But Blast did move out though. Blast did move out, and if Begbie can get. Can he get? Oh! Corrosive Bile! And he's able to dodge it. Oh, but he just has too much.
No, it's
Blast just has way too much. Begbie.
With that third hash, there's just too much production from
It's just earlier on, I think Begbie overreacted and put himself behind when he didn't need to.
He could have had several more units to defend this.
He really didn't need to put himself behind the way he did, and now Blast is just going to capitalize on the fact that he just won that battle. And we should be seeing a GG here soon. 40 supply difference, 3 bases against 2, losing all those SCVs. Reinforcements dying as soon as they come out of the barracks. I mean, this is just terrible. That there's no way for the Terran player to come back from this unless Blast decides to go and eat some pizza right now.
He could. The pizza's here.
The pizza's here. He could go ahead and eat some pizza, and then Begbie could capitalize on that advantage and kill Blast while he's not paying attention.
On top of that production now, I don't think there's nothing he can do. He's gonna be able to stop this combat shield too.
Blast needs to go grab a slice of pizza right now. That's the only way Begbie's gonna get back into this game.
Here comes the tank, gonna get killed as soon as
it's not even being picked up by the medevac. GG!
And
he always does that, man.
Him being a Hagen fan.
Begbie's going to I'm sorry. Blast, the other B player. Blast is going to take this series 2-1 victory. Blast, get over here! We need